How's it going, buddy? Hello people YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, especially for a bike vlog. In fact, I'll kind of rewind because it's not a long story, but last 2 weeks ago, in fact it's actually 2 weeks plus 1 day, I actually went out my bike. The plan was I finished. Well, first off, the Red Arrows were coming to Prestwick. So, I had everything really planned. I was going to do like a vlog going there, you know. Had kind of ideas and stuff. But I finished my work at 10:30. I think the Red Arrows were going to be in at Prestwick at, I think they landed about 20 to 12. 11:40. So, basically went into the town. I got like a can of juice. Like a Monster, bag of crisps, and a little, what did I get? It was a pasta? A sandwich, yeah, I got a sandwich. I was thinking the pasta, if I was putting it in my back to carry, it wouldn't sit right, but anyway, got all that, got home, got the kit on, got on my carbon bike, my Boardman, my 9.6, and basically got out the door, and I usually go along my street, and I went to go down some gears because I always have it in like the very top gear, as in the biggest. Nothing happened. Clicked it a couple of times, just nothing, dead. So I got to the end of the street and it was like, okay, checked the battery and it was flashing like 5 times, which indicates, I think there's different reports say it's under 25%, or 5 flashes means that it's nearly dead. So anyway, it was basically the battery wasn't going to do its job. So I had to quickly go home, swap bikes, because I was on my cyclocross bike to go out now, which is a heavier bike. Got all the stuff off, basically changed my water bottles. I've only got 1 kg in my CX bike. Went up and got the charger for this bike. So I plugged it in before I left. Went out. Just basically made it in time for the Red Arrows. As I was heading to the airport, that's when they come in. So I seen them coming in, and they did a big loop. And then they split. I think it's called the spaghetti loop or something. But they do it when they're coming into land. They'll basically go over their field and they'll just split, and then they all track down and land. So I seen them coming in, and then I seen them going away, and then I cycled home with my brother. Got home, put the bike in, went into the kitchen because that's where my bike was. It's not where I always charge it, but just for convenience. Oh, excuse me. So I checked, unplugged it, and checked the charge, and it was still flashing 5 red lights. So I went, okay. So I plugged it back in. The amber light come on. Then about maybe, I don't know, 20-30 seconds, it flashed red, which means that's a little fault triangle. So basically there was some kind of issue somewhere with the battery or the bike or something, or the charging unit. So in the next couple of hours, basically I did all these different scenarios and plugged this in, took that out, plugged that in somewhere else, took that back out and plugged it in another place. And it was just a combination of wires, USB plugs, just various various elements, and still wasn't working, still wasn't charging. So I then emailed. Well, the Boardman website took me to Halfords and is it Cycle Republic? Yeah, that's where I bought it, Cycle Republic. So I sent an email to Halfords. That went to Halfords, which I wasn't really. Yeah, I wasn't really kind of happy at that angle. And then the next day, I was searching. I said, I'll see what happened to Cycle Republic, because I know that they were an online bike place. Then I think Halfords took them over. But I think what's happened now is Treads have taken them over. So they're kind of like in limbo at the moment. But when I went on to Cycle Republic, I actually got like a Cycle Republic email. So I decided to email them. Basically what had happened with the bike. I think I sent them a copy of my initial, like the serial number of the bike and stuff like that, and when I bought it. So I think Monday came, and I still hadn't had a reply from Halfords. No joke there. They eventually, I'll cut forward in the story, they basically did email. It might have been Tuesday or Wednesday, but theirs was just a generic email. It was basically kind of automated. Well, it wasn't automated, but it was like a standard letter, where they said that sorry to hear about your bike, blah blah blah. I don't think there's any mention of the warranty. They just said bring it to your nearest Halford store, and they'll do a 32-point check. I mean, I don't need a 32-point check. I only need I know what's wrong with my bike. But rewinding back, Cycle Republic replied Monday, so that was less than a day, less than 24 hours since I emailed them. And basically they just said, I'm sorry to hear about your bike. Blah blah blah. Shimano parts are guaranteed for 2 years from the date of purchase. So take your bike to a local or a Shimano diagnostics equipped bike shop. Run the diagnostics and we'll go from there. So basically that's what I did. I've got a bike shop that's quite close to where I am. Now, initially, the bike shop was a little bit, I felt initially quite slow, but that's just me. I'm just paranoid. I didn't have my bike. I took it in Thursday, so that'd be last week. Not that Thursday, but the Thursday before. So I took it in Thursday, probably just about 11:30, midday-ish kind of time, because I did phone them prior to this to say that my bike's not working. When can I bring it in? So they said bring it in. They said Wednesday, Thursday, so I brought it in Thursday. I thought it would. I mean, it probably doesn't take long to run the diagnostics. Funnily enough, I can do it myself on my iPad. But the problem I had, to run the eTube app, you've got to run it off battery. You can't run it with a charger installed, unless you've got the I think it's like a PCE or something it's called, which is the diagnostic Shimano unit, which is about £100. You've got to have that. So I couldn't even do a system check, but took it to them. I thought I would have got a call that day, maybe Friday. Still didn't get a call. I went okay. Saturday, I'm off. I was off Saturday, Sunday. So I thought, right, I'll just sit tight. They'll probably phone. I got to like 12, 1 o'clock, and I went, nah, I'm going to have to phone these guys. Because I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they've done the test. I mean, the test wouldn't take that long. It's a case of plugging the bike in and just running it. And it basically shows you all the points that are there. Anything that fails comes up red and stuff. So I phoned them about 2 o'clock Saturday. No answer. So I said, right, hung up. 5 minutes. I'll give them a couple of minutes. Because you know what it's like. Phone goes, sometimes you're in the middle of doing something. You get to the phone, it rings off. And you go, right, they can phone back. So, 5 minutes later, I phoned. Still no answer. I went, okay. So I checked. They've got a Facebook page. They've got probably a website as well. Checked the Facebook page. Closed. I was like, you are kidding me. Opens Monday, 9 a.m. I went, no. I was, to say that I was fuming was probably an understatement. I was absolutely ripping. Because that's like 2 days I've lost. I don't know anything. If looking back on it, if they phoned Friday, they phoned up Friday and said, we've ran the diagnostics, the master unit's failed. Oh, by the way, the master unit, I'll get onto that. If they'd phoned and said whatever was wrong with the bike, I could have emailed this company. And then by Monday we could have been, you know, a couple of pages ahead of where we needed to be. But couldn't get hold of them, so I think I was working Monday. I came back from work 10:30, I finished. So basically phoned them, got through. I think it was the mechanic guy. Oh yeah, it's failed on this and it's failed somewhere else. So I went, okay, right, no problem. They were going to get a battery in, not from me initially, but they were going to get a battery, because I think there was somebody else brought their bike in, and it was the exact same issue. I think the battery was just dead. So that was me making the phone call, and then from then on it was pretty much, I got a phone call back Tuesday. That was Monday I phoned. Got a phone call back Tuesday to say that they'd put the battery in and it's the bike's working. So that's it. But I'd emailed the company to say that it failed at the master unit and the battery was dead. But that's what I'm saying. And this other part that failed was just, I've got a little Bluetooth Ant. Bluetooth Ant Plus unit that sits just down from the battery. It's called an EW-W111 or something like that, whatever. But they're having problems with that. But that's going to have to do with it. That was they just didn't really know what it was, I don't think. But I told them it's a master unit in the battery. But I later discovered that it is, the master unit is the battery. So I got an email back from them. I sent them an email to say that, you know, the diagnostic test was £30 and the battery was like 150. I think it was 155. And I asked them if they would cover parts and labour, just to see where I stood. And luckily enough, they do. They cover parts and labour, so that was top. So basically, I went in. I think he phoned back. I'm trying to remember what he said, because I was just going to come and collect the bike and just get the battery myself and fit it. But I went in Thursday and I said, you still got that? Because at that time I wasn't going to take the battery. But I went in and I said, well, you still got this battery? Because I'll buy it. I'll buy it off you. I've got cash in hand. And he went, oh, it's... But this time it was another bike, but the guy wasn't coming till, I think, next week to pick up the bike. So I came away. 2 hours later I went back and eventually got my bike back, and that's it, back working, fully functional. Basically, long story short, my battery was just dead. I thought it could have been the charge unit as well, because when I brought my bike home, it did need a little charger. It was like a solid red, which I think is like 50% battery. So I basically just gave it a little top up, just full charge. But that was my next worry. If that charger did the same, it might have been the charger that was faulty. But no, the battery was just dead. It's probably just an old battery. I think Shimano updated the battery from... The one I had was the BCR, and I think it was the SM. Was it BTCR or BCR, whatever it was, or BTR? Can't remember. The one I've got is the BN, no, the BT dash DN 110 dash A. So the dash A is the newer battery from the 110. So they must have had issues with the battery, perhaps. Maybe they've just put in stronger cells, I don't know. But we're back up and running, so I'm just out today. I don't know if you can see it. I've got a little chimney. I'm just really trying out different height in my handlebars. It's actually riding pretty. Oh, my wee port's open. It's riding pretty decent actually. It's quite comfy. I think the bike just feels odd because it was 2 weeks since I've been out, but I'm just gonna saddle back up and like head. I'm not gonna really go massively long today. I might go back out later in the afternoon or today, possible. Might actually take a little cycle up to my mum and dad's. My mum and dad and my brother have got internet. I can't believe it. It's like the revelation is just phenomenal. So it means I can go up there and I can watch the Grand Prix race, or I can do things with internet. I need another drink. 2 seconds. So that was that. Basically, it's been a weird couple of 2 weeks. You know, not having the bike there is just. I did have my cyclocross bike, but I've got some. I'm gonna eat a little bar. Got these in Widdles. They were. Usually you get these little Alpen bars down in price, so I'm gonna have one of them before I go back off. But that's a bit of a long spiel there, but it was basically just a story of my bike. So it's back up and running. The bike's running absolutely sweet as a nut. But I initially thought, this is where I got semi-confused, because the wire comes from the junction port here. So you get your brake cables going. It's like a 3-port junction box up here. So you get left and right from your brakes and your gear shift. Well, your gear shifters go in here, and then this cable here goes all the way down here, and then I think just about somewhere maybe even up here or here, there's like a junction box, I think, that splits your wire to go to your derailleurs front and rear, and then one goes up here into your battery. So I thought that had failed as well. So you'd have to take out the pedals, the cranks, and probably even you'd have to take out the bottom bracket. So that's what I initially thought was wrong with my bike, but basically it just turns out it was just the battery. Oh my goodness. Oh, hiccups. But anyway, I'm going to head off. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I've talked too long. I don't know where I'll go. I'll probably head out here and go up a couple of roads. I've done about just over 3 miles, just as an initial warm-up. As I say, I'll probably not go like super long today. Little Starlink. But yeah, so anyway, that's it. As I say, the bike's back up. So this will be the first vlog I've done in a couple of weeks, actually. But when my bike was away, I had so many bad, like, you just think that they're going to cannibalise your bike. You know, it's you just think stupid thoughts like, oh, that rear mech's brand new. I could swap that in my bike. Just swap them over. And like tyres, and you just think stupid stuff. It is basically just stupidity, you think. Your mind starts working overtime. But anyway, I'm going to head now, so I'll catch you later. Bye.